Imagine waking up one day, looking back at your life, and realizing you missed the chance to make your 20s count. If you're watching this in your 20s, you're standing on the most valuable time of your life, though you might not feel it yet. But here's the thing. Time slips through your fingers faster than you realize. I'm 57, and if I could go back to when I was your age, there are a few things I wish someone had told me. Mark Tilbury has shared some incredible financial advice, but there are things he didn't mention, things that could make all the difference in how you build your future. The one thing you can never get back: time. When you're in your 20s, you feel invincible. The future seems so far away, and you think you have all the time in the world. But trust me, time is your most valuable asset. It's more precious than money, more fleeting than opportunities. Mark Tilbury has often talked about the power of compound interest, how investing early multiplies your wealth over time. But here's what he didn't mention. The compounding effect doesn't just apply to money, it applies to your life, to your habits, your relationships, and the choices you make. What happens if you don't start now? The biggest regret most people have later in life isn't what they did, it's what they didn't do. Imagine looking back and realizing you could have saved just $100 a month, but didn't. Or worse, realizing you never pursued that side hustle because it felt too risky. Mark Tilbury has shared plenty about financial growth, but what he didn't emphasize is the danger of waiting. Every year you don't take action is a year you can't get back. What if I told you that the decisions you make in your 20s will echo for decades to come? Are you willing to let fear hold you back from the life you could have? Step 1. Invest in your mindset. The first investment you need to make isn't in stocks or real estate, it's in your mindset. If you believe that success is reserved for other people, or that you have to wait until you're older to start building wealth, you're already losing ground. Tilbury talks about financial strategies, but the mental game is just as important. If you don't believe you can achieve greatness, no strategy will save you. So, what's holding you back from believing in yourself? Step 2. Build skills that will last a lifetime. You've heard Mark Tilbury talk about starting side hustles, investing early, and creating multiple streams of income. But here's something he didn't tell you. The world is changing fast, and the skills you build today will determine how well you adapt tomorrow. Whether it's mastering digital marketing, learning how to code, or diving into financial literacy, the skills you invest in during your 20s will set the foundation for the rest of your life. But what if you never invest in yourself? What if you let these years slip by without growing your potential? What happens when you avoid the hard conversations? In your 20s, it's easy to live in the moment and avoid the tough conversations, like how much debt you're carrying or whether you're setting yourself up for success. You don't want to think about retirement, health insurance, or emergency savings. But here's a truth that Mark Tilbury didn't dive into. The hard conversations now will save you from even harder ones later. You might be thinking, why do I need to worry about that now? But the more you avoid these financial realities, the more they'll control your future. The moment that could change everything. So, here's the big question. Will you take action today, or will you let time slip away? Your 20s are the most powerful years you have for building a life that others only dream about. The choices you make now could mean the difference between financial freedom and financial stress. I'm 57, and if I could give you one piece of advice, it's this: start now. Don't wait until you're 30 or 40 to get serious about your future. Whether it's saving, investing, or building your skills, every day counts. The future will arrive whether you're ready for it or not, so make sure you're in control when it does. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by.